Welcome. Today I wanted to divert a little from history and go into mythology. The Yamata-No-Orochi is considered by most to be one of, if not the most terrifying, of all of Japan's yokai. The most common description of this beast is having 8 heads and 8 tails. A body so enormous it spanned over 8 valleys and a surface of such magnitude that moss and cedar trees grew upon it. Its belly is said to have been covered in bloody red sores, while its eyes had the appearance of Chinese lantern plants. Yamata means 8 forks, referring to the type of branching fork found in a tree or a road. Yet, with its neck forking forwards, as it is often depicted, 8 forks should mean that the monster has at least 9 heads. With its combination of a terrifying appearance, vast proportions, and cryptic details, the exact appearance of the monster is left to the imagination. Conventional weaponry stand no chance against its armored scales. Its fangs shatter steel, its breath turns everything to ash in a blink of an eye. It is said that for the Yamata-No-Orochi to be defeated, one must slay all of its heads. Ages ago, the storm god Susanoo was thrown out of heaven and descended to earth at Mount Torikama near the Hi River in Izumo province. There, he came upon an elderly couple gods named Ashinazuchi and Tenazuchi who were weeping. When Susanoo asked why they were crying, they explained that they once had 8 daughters, but every year the 8-headed, 8-tailed serpent, Yamata-No-Orochi, demanded one as a sacrifice. They were now down to their 8th and final daughter, Kushinada-hime. Soon, it would be time for Yamata-No-Orochi to demand a sacrifice. Susanoo explained to them that he was the elder brother of the sun goddess Amaterasu and offered to slay the beast in return for Kushinada-hime's hand in marriage. The elderly couple agreed, and Susanoo set in motion his plan to defeat the menacing serpent. First, Susanoo transferred Kushinada-hime into a comb, which he placed in his hair. Then, he had Ashinazuchi and Tenazuchi build a large fence with 8 gates. On each gate, they raised a platform, and on each platform, they placed a jar. They poured extremely strong sake into each jar. When this was finished, everyone waited for the serpent to arrive. When Yamata-No-Orochi appeared, the great serpent slithered into the fence and noticed the powerful sake. It dipped its heads into the jar and drank the alcohol. Soon, the monster fell into a deep, drunken sleep. Susanoo used this chance to make his attack. He sliced the enormous beast into tiny pieces with his sword. The carnage was so great that the Hi River flowed with blood. When Susanoo had cut the creature down to its 4th tail, his sword shattered into pieces. Examining the part of Yamata-No-Orochi's tail, which broke his sword, Susanoo discovered another sword within the creature's flesh. The legendary katana, Murakumo no Tsurugi. Susanoo eventually offered Murakumo as a gift to his sister Amaterasu and was allowed to return to heaven. The sword was passed down through the generation in the imperial line of Japan. It is one of the 3 pieces of imperial regalia, along with the mirror Yata no Kagami and the jewel Yasakani no Magatama. Today, the sword which came from Yamata-No-Orochi's tail is said to be safeguarded in the Atsuta Shrine in Nagoya. Snakes and serpents have often been viewed as divinities associated with water for millennia and across many cultures. As the Yamata-No-Orochi has been seen as representing the Hi River in Shimane Prefecture, the appearance and eventual salvation in this myth of Kushinada Hime, who could be considered the goddess of rice fields, suggests that the tale might be interpreted as one that relates to protecting rice fields from floods brought on by water deities. The myth has also been seen as relating to the Iron Age, with a bloody red belly of the Orochi recalling the flames of iron production and the miraculous creation of a sword from the beast's tail signifying the birth of iron weaponry. In Nioh, Kelly transforms himself with the use of the Amrita to the menacing Yamata-No-Orochi in a bid to finally be rid of William and have all the Amrita for himself. Yamata-No-Orochi is so massive that it towers over a castle. Only William stands in the way of the complete annihilation of Japan. Thank you for watching, and see you again. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos of this content.